Okay, let us try to observe this problem over here. So this problem is given wherein we are trying to find the natural frequency of this particular system. Okay, so here what is happening is this just a disk which is kept on the surface. So this is going to uh, give a displacement in this direction. Now observe here, whenever the displacement is given this direction, it is going to rotate as well as it is going to slide, because they have not said that there is no slip or anything. It is going to slide as well as it is going to twist or rotate. So henceforth there will be two motions here, translation and rotation motion. Both of them will be there. Okay, for the kinetic energy, so you are going to get kinetic energy for this particular mass as two things. One is translation, another is rotational, because this is going to rotate in this direction and as well as it is going to translate in x direction. So when you are writing the kinetic energy for this particular mass, you need to consider rotational and translation both. So that is the first thing you need to observe. So I'll just write here, mass will have translation and rotation both. So henceforth when you are writing kinetic energy, Ke, kinetic energy of the mass, okay, so then you are going to write it as half. Okay, first I'm writing it for translation. So when I'm writing it for translation, half m. So this mass I'm going to name it as capital M. This mass, let us say it is capital M. So m, when it is getting a translation motion, it is half mv square. So velocity square is nothing but the sector of the circle. So if I take from this particular point O, okay, so when I take from this particular point O, it is radius r into displacement theta. So sector of the circle, for example, if you take out a circle, I hope you are aware of the sector of the circle. Okay, so this is the point. If I take this particular point as r, and if it is going to rotate angle theta, then this displacement is given by x is equal to r into theta. So that is sector of the circle. Okay, so this is the simple geometry which you may have come across. So here I'm going to write it as sector of the circle r square theta dot square, because it is with respect to velocity, plus this is for translation. Now coming to the rotational, it will be half of I theta dot square. Half of I theta dot square. I, because whenever you have rotational motion, the moment of inertia is given by I and then theta dot square. So this, if I further expand it, I'm going to get it as half m r square theta dot square plus, now this I expansion. So last class we have studied this. I is nothing but m half into mr square. This mass moment of inertia is given by half mr square. So this we already studied in the last class. Ravi, so this we have already given it in the last class, that I is equal to half mr square. Okay, so this in the previous problem we have seen. So if I substitute I is equal to half mr square in this particular equation over here, we are going to get it as 1 by 4, then m r square theta dot square, right? So in this form we are going to get it, half mr square theta dot square. So this, if you just simplify, so 1 by 2 1 by 4, it will become 3 by 4 m r square theta dot square. So this becomes the kinetic energy of the given object. So please remember, whenever you are coming across these kind of problems, whenever you are solving with respect to kinetic energy of the system, always two things you have to remember. First, you need to check how many masses are there. So if there are two masses, obviously there will be two kinetic energies. Okay, so if the single mass itself is having two rotations, translation and rotational, that one single mass itself will have both of them. For example, if I show you the previous problems here, which I have done, So if you look into this particular problem here, kinetic energy, right? So this fourth problem, there are two masses, capital M and small m, right? So this is capital M, this is small m. This capital M of this is going to just rotate. There is no translation motion here. So this is just going to rotate. So that will become half I theta dot square. So if you look into this equation over here, which I have written here, it will become half I theta dot square. Whereas this mass, this particular small m mass is going to only displace. It is not going to rotate. It is just going to displace in the x direction. That is why for this I have written it as half m x dot square. Okay, so these are the two equations of the kinetic energy, whereas there is only one spring. So for that you will get one potential energy, which is half k r square theta square. So you need to understand the physics of the problem. How many masses are there, what kind of rotations it is having. Depending upon that, you are supposed to write the kinetic energy and potential energy, and then you have to equate it to constant. That is energy method. So this problem whatever I'm solving is with respect to energy method. Energy method says that total energy, that is kinetic energy plus potential energy, is equals to constant. That is why first I have find out kinetic energy. Now as I know kinetic energy is this much, let us come to potential energy now. So when I am talking about potential energy of the system, PE, so you can see that from the figure there are two springs, okay, each having stiffness K and K, right? So there are two springs, so there will be potential energy of both the springs I have to consider. So potential energy would be half k x square plus half kx square. Okay, there are two springs, so half kx square, half kx square. Okay, so now here I need to find out what is this x over here. I don't know what is the value of the x, so I need to find out what is the value of x here. So looking into this figure using the geometry, I need to find out the value of x here. Okay, so let us try to find the value of x. So I'll write here. So x geometry is nothing but O dash A. This displacement I have to find out. So the displacement between O dash to A, the one which I will highlight over here. Okay, so this particular line, what I have drawn here, this is the distance, this is the translation displacement, what it is going to get from these two springs O dash A. So I need to find out what is this O dash A. For that, I'm going to consider this particular triangle. Okay, so which I'm highlighting in the red color over here. I'm going to consider this particular triangle over here. So now if you look into this triangle, there are two things. O dash A is there, and there is also one more line here, O dash to this particular X. So I'm going to use the property of similar triangles here. Okay. So property of similar triangles I'm going to apply here, and I'm going to find out what will be O dash over here. Okay. So to come to the properties, so O dash A is there. So this I can write it as O dash into theta. So O dash A, I can write it as O dash into this particular theta. Okay. This I am taking from the similar triangles law. So what is O dash here? O dash is nothing but O double dash plus O double dash O dash into theta. Okay, so o dash is there, so this is nothing but the distance from o to o double dash and o double dash to o dash. So this I have expanded into theta. Okay, so now what is o to o double dash? O to o double dash, this particular is nothing but the radius of the circle r, distance from o to o double dash, because o double dash is in the center of this mass. So o to o double dash will become radius r. So r plus o double dash to o dash, that distance is given by b. In the question itself, he has given that the distance is b. So it will become r plus b into theta. So this will become the value of the x from the geometry about what we have seen there. So x is equal to r plus b into theta. So this x value I am going to substitute in potential energy here as x and here as x. Okay, not here. This I am going to substitute here at the place of x square and at the place of x square. Here I am going to substitute this x value. So what will happen upon substitution? So I'll directly write what form you will get it. So you are going to substitute r plus b theta whole square, r plus b theta whole square, and upon simplification, you are going to get, after simplifying what you are going to get, I am writing that you are going to get k plus r plus b whole square theta square. So this will be the potential energy what you are going to get after substitution. So I'll just write here after substitution of x in this equation. Okay, so now I have kinetic energy, now I have potential energy. So now I can use energy method. Total energy is equal to ke plus pe is equals to c. That is the energy method. So I'm going to write it over here. As per energy method, total energy is equals to kinetic energy plus potential energy is equals to constant. So I'll substitute what is kinetic energy. Kinetic energy is 3/4 of m r square theta dot square plus k into r plus b whole square theta square is equals to constant. So to remove this constant, I have to differentiate this equation with respect to theta because I need to remove this constant term. So that implies if I differentiate, it will become 3/4 mr square uh, 2 theta dot theta double dot with respect to theta plus k into r plus b whole square 2 theta theta double dot sorry theta dot because this is only theta, so it should be one single dot is equals to 0. So you just need to simplify the terms what all we can cancel over here. So 2 theta dot can be removed, so those will get cancelled. So upon simplification I will get something as 3/4 m r square, only theta double dot will be left out here, plus k r plus b whole square, and only theta will be left here. Now let me rewrite it taking in the form of k by m, because we know that omega n is equal to under root of k by m. So I have to rewrite this equation to take only the k term. So what I will do is I'll write theta double dot here. So sending on this side. So I'll just write it as 4k into r plus b whole square divided by 3 m r square into theta is equals to 0. So I can rewrite in this particular form. So finally I can write omega n is equals to under root of 4k r plus b whole square divided by 3 mr square radians per second. So this would be the natural frequency of the given system. So the only main gist of the problem is you need to write properly the kinetic energy and potential energy equation. So if you can write what is kinetic energy, what is potential energy properly, then automatically you can solve the natural frequency of the system. So it would become easier. So very first suggestion what I would give is please try to understand the physics of the problem. See how many masses are there. So according to that masses, how many uh, translations are there, I mean how many positions it can move, whether it is only translation and rotational or both. Please check that. Depending upon, write its kinetic energy, and then check with respect to the springs how many springs are there. According to that you write the potential energy, and then use the energy method. Ke plus p is equal to c differentiate with respect to theta. After differentiating, write it in the form of k by m. You just rearrange the equation such that theta dot n theta comes on one side and will be only left out with the term of k by m. So this is stiffness k and this is m, 3m r square radians per second. Okay, so this is one kind of problem which you may get in your exams.